We never found the rings, like they're gone. This is your sign. If you have an engagement ring, a wedding band, you and your partner, call your insurance company and get your jewelry insured.
There's something in a world like you and me.
Hey everybody, it's Cece. Welcome back to our channel. It's just me today because I want to tell you guys the story about how I lost my wedding rings. The point of me posting this today is so that if anybody out there feels terrible that they lost their rings and they're looking for somebody out there who, like Dodo status, lost their wedding rings within like 2 months of getting married, you are not alone. I too was a dodo and lost my wedding rings 2 months into a marriage. What? Why would you do that? I'll tell you what happened. When I started making TikToks, I actually started making like restock videos, ASMR. You know, I have short nails, like very short nails. So I was getting roasted in the comments about my short nails. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use some press-ons. I found this brand that I really liked and I wanted to use them. And that same night I was going to go pick up the girl that I've been nannying for years. So we went to go pick her up and we were gonna take her to this awesome place in Charlotte right now that we have called the Museum of Illusions. It was gonna be a big, exciting night. Before I went to go meet them out at the museum, I was like, well, I've got some time, let me put some press-on nails on. This is what I think happened to my rings because we still actually don't know what genuinely happened to them. We never found the rings, like they're gone. But here are some of the theories that we have. The first theory is that I took the rings off to put these press-on nails on. And when cleaning up the mess, I wrapped them in a bag, I threw them in the trash, and the next morning was trash day. That theory was short-lived for me when I realized either that bag had gone out in the trash can and more likely would have just been put in our trash can in the kitchen. And that night when I came home, I scoured that trash bag, like went through it with gloves on, like inch by inch, I went through that trash bag and did not find my rings. The second theory I have, which is more likely for me, was that on the way out the door, I grabbed the rings and put them in my jacket pocket. It was really chilly that day. And I zipped up the pocket and said, okay, I'll put these on after I put lotion on in the car. And then what I think ended up happening was I ended up giving the jacket to the girl that I nanny who was chilly that night. She didn't wear her jacket. I gave it to her to wear to the museum. And what I think happened was the rings fell out of the pocket at some point from the time we parked in the parking garage and until we got back in our car to leave that night, whether it was on the way into the museum, to dinner, wherever it was that we went that day. So the theory would be I threw the rings away or the rings just disappeared somewhere in uptown Charlotte one night. Those are my two theories. The third theory was that they fell out of my pocket in my car, but we flipped my car upside down and we just still haven't found them. Originally when I was in uptown and I realized my rings weren't on my hand, I was like, oh, I left them on the table when I was doing my press-on nails. So when I came home, I looked everywhere thinking my cats love shiny things. They knocked it off and it flew underneath an appliance. I cannot tell you how deeply I flipped this house upside down to find the rings. They just never showed up. We did have insurance on the rings, thankfully, and this is your sign. If you have an engagement ring, a wedding band, you and your partner, call your insurance company, whoever does your car insurance, your homeowner's insurance, your renter's insurance. You need to call them and get your jewelry insured. Our insurance, when we called them, they said, are you sure they're lost? You know, some insurances have a waiting period because they want to see if they'll turn up. And usually a lot of times they said, the jewelry turns up before the claim is ever made. But for us, after a few months of waiting and the rings never showing up, we decided to go ahead and do a claim. When we did our claim, I swear to you, it was like, it had to have just been like 1 week and the money was in my bank account, ready for me to repurchase my rings. So I called the girl who I get my rings from and she was like, yep, we're gonna do it for you. And she asked me, while you're doing this, do you wanna upgrade them? I wanted the rings to be exactly as they were, but I did wanna upgrade the gold. So I upgraded the gold from 14 karat to 18 karat gold and she was super, super nice to be able to get everything for me at the price that like we got from our insurance company. With that being said, the rings are back. back. I do have footage from the day that I got my rings. It's super cute. I was so excited. Mia and I are just now about to pull up to the ring place. I'm really nervous. I'm nervous because I'm worried that like they're not gonna feel the same or not gonna look the same. I don't know. They're the rings I got married in, went on our honeymoon in, went through a hurricane in them. I know I'm going to love them. I'm really excited to see them. Thanks for being sweet to me even though I lost the rings you bought me, baby. How did you feel when I told you I lost my engagement and wedding band?
How honest do you want me to be?
I want you to be honest.
I was angry. So angry.
She was not angry. She might say she's angry, but she did not act angry at all. She was so understanding at first. Like, I was so scared to tell her, and then I told her, and she was just like, I remember literally the face you made was this. Bottom line, get your rings insured immediately. As soon as you get your rings, call your insurance company and get them put on.
Call them in the car on the way home.
Don't even leave the ring place without insurance. She really was so sweet when I told her I lost them. When I said, like, hey, I lost the ring, she really was kind of like...
I think the thing was there was so much rage inside of me that I knew I couldn't show Cece that in that moment because she didn't do it on purpose. Baby. But in that moment, it felt such like I didn't care about these, so I just misplaced them, even though that's not what happened
at all.
Cece loves her ring. It was so stupid of me to feel like that upset about rings that we can replace. I
want to tell you, like, as soon as humanly possible, Mia had said to me, they're just rings. They don't represent our marriage. We're still married. Our marriage isn't over. I was like crying on the floor going through the trash can.
That's right.
And Mia walked up.
And that's why I couldn't show her how mad I actually was, because she felt like garbage anyways. So.
I felt so bad. Get out. Give me one kiss right here. No, one more. One more.
Zaya, let's go.
One more kiss. I won't ask again, please.
Okay, you have to come to me this time.
It's raining. Into the vault.
Yours looks like a mix of like 3 of those.
Yeah, it does. Maybe I should get a 3rd one to stack. Yeah, maybe you don't miss it? You don't miss ring shopping with me, baby? I do not miss ring shopping at all. Sweetie, these kind of look like yours. Hold yours up. There you are. Holy crap, they look amazing.
They look so good.
Oh my god, look at the gold.
I forgot how sparkly they are.
Do I look married?
Just in the last 5 minutes.
I look more married.
It's amazing.
Look how this. Everybody back off.
Entertaining another ring for
I just want to look for our 1-year anniversary. I found it. I want like something down here, like one of these.
I'm glad you know.
I like the dip downs a little bit. Just for our anniversary. Baby, why are you walking away? You are looking at a married woman. A woman!
Because she has been married for the last 7
I have been married, but you haven't known I was married. People in the grocery store, now they know. Stay away because I'm married. Not that, you know, because so many people are lining up.
Yeah, there's just the suitors just everywhere.
Oh, sorry. I was blinded by the light.
They are pretty.
That's it, you guys. That is the story how I lost my wedding rings and was able to get them back. We keep holding out hope that the original ones will show up somehow. We did decide that, like, if they did show back up, we were somehow going to repurpose the stones and the gold to create some new pieces, just because the rings are they hold sentimental value for me. Yeah, so if there's anybody out there who lost their rings, you are not alone, and I'm so glad that you could sit here with me for this story. Thanks for watching, you guys. As always, like, subscribe if you want to keep up with us. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more, you guys. Bye.
There's nothing in the world like you and me.